welcome back. Another turtle review. I know 2 in a row, but that just happened to be our holiday on Friday, our holiday gift guide recommendation. But now we got one from Super7 and their new Ultimates line. We thought they were done with these sleeves, but apparently they're still going. So excited about this one. We're not going to do all of them anymore. It's just a lot. We're running out of space for a lot of these guys, and it's hard not to want to keep every single one you ever buy. But we had Triceraton because we had to get Triceraton. Or as they call him here, the hard-headed horned hoodlum. Now, as you recall, there wasn't like a character named Triceraton. It was a race of these guys. But in the original Playmates release, there was just a Triceraton figure. He was awesome. I think they're awesome. It's a fun design, and we're really excited to see the Super7 one, who's much bigger, much cooler looking, and it should be really fun. Although he still has that charm of those old school weapons he came with. They brought those back in here along with some other things as well. So, I mean, same design box for every single character we see. We just want to hop in and check this guy out, so we're going to bring you in a little bit closer. All right, here's our guy. You can see he's huge, got a lot going on. He's got those classic guns he came with. He's got a energy blade. He's got a wrist gauntlet calculator here. You can't see it in the back, but there's an oxygen mask. He's got these rats hanging from his belt. He's got a lot going on. Let's try to get him out of here. Of course, they're going to have a second layer of weapons. Now, his second layer is going to have tape on it, keeping it a little bit more restricted. So we'll just move that out of the way for a moment. And then you can see that little oxygen mask and that additional rat he has. I'm not sure where this is going to go, maybe on the belt, I don't know, but he's going to have other hands as well. He's going to have fists, he's going to have grasping hands, and I think he comes default with his weapon holding hands. We'll check that out in just a moment. What I want to do is cut him out of here so we can check out this figure. So we'll pop him out really quick. He is huge, so forgive the noise this is going to make as we get him out of this mold. There we go. Almost got him free. Oh, so the second layer here, there is additional plastic holding him in place to make sure he doesn't escape since he's such a large figure. There we go. All right, so now we have our Triceraton. And he is massive and he is amazing. I love how we have this tail because it's an additional point of contact for him so he could get stability here because he is quite a tall character. I could see a ton of articulation joints on this character. We're going to go over all of them just in a moment here. Just want to get him stable. Here we go. All right, so he has the wrist, and obviously the hands come out, but they also have nice rotations, so we know that that is on there as well. He has the double jointed elbow, you can see here. He has the bicep articulation, or maybe he does, oh, there it goes, yep, bicep articulation. He has the shoulder joint, and that's going to be on both sides there. His head is on a ball. It should be on a ball, or it's turning left and right at least. Mouth doesn't open. That's all right. He does not have alternative heads. On the body, should turn at the hip. Yep, body turns. He's got the hip joint. He's got the double jointed knees. I love how that is torn out of the pant there. That's pretty cool. And then he's got the feet. So ton of articulation on this guy. I mean, you're not going to spend the money to buy an army of Triceratons for the Super7 line, but you could, and it would be ridiculously awesome. I mean, look at that detail on the belt. The rats hanging off of it, the gas canisters, and that belt is just not even attached to him. That's just laying on top. That is so cool. So they made that its own piece. He's got the gun cartridge in the back there. He's wearing his metal armor. I mean, ton of detail on that guy. So I said that they had that extra rat. I'm not really sure what you do with it. I guess you could just kind of clip it on here to the belt somewhere if you wanted to. Or he could hold it in his hand. You give him a rat to hold, give him that tail here. Just something extra you could do to give it a little bit more. There we go, a little bit more fun. He can hold the rat. So I'm not too familiar with the backstory between Triceraton and the rats. If you happen to know that one, please throw it into the comments. But we want to check out his guns. I mean, he has that classic giant blaster that he came with in the original Playmates release. And I think they really captured that here with this full-on color scheme and everything in it. We're going to put that in his hand. That's his turtle zapping blaster there. I mean, they had a full range of arsenal originally. He's going to have this, I'm not really sure what this is. It looks like an arm pad of some sort because it's kind of too small to go around his waist. So I want to say it looks like a communicator And look at that, it even has a flip function, so it is a flip up communicator. So I'm going to put that on his left arm right here, and it looks like there's enough space between like the arm guard and where this would go on. So I'm not sure where it's supposed to go on now, because I don't know, it just looks like it's a little too big to go on the arm, but a little too small to go on the body or the waist. So we'll put it here. Maybe it goes up higher on the arm, on the bicep maybe? I don't know. For now, I'm going to put it here on the arm. So it has those little annoying connections you have to make with by pushing something through the hole to try to get it to stick around. I'm not going to play with it. We can put it on the arm, and then he has a flip-up communicator. So that's pretty cool that they added that feature there. He has some grenades. So if you wanted to use some of the larger claw hands to put a grenade in there, like the ones on his belt, you could have them so you could throw them. He has an energy beam weapon. Check that out here. Forgive me, these are all tough to get out of this packaging. Here we go. So he has an energy beam weapon, if you can get it out of the package, which obviously I cannot. Whew, that is not easy. All right, we got that out eventually. And again, it's got one of those where you have to secure it with the strap, but you take the communicator off. I'm glad I didn't focus on putting that on at this point. If you take the communicator off, you can put the energy beam weapon on and have that here as well. So you could have energy beam weapon with the blade on here, or you could have the communicator, or you could do whatever you want. But if you did the communicator, you wouldn't be able to use his other gun, which I'm going to take out here. So the other gun, I think, mimics the one he had on the original Playmates release. I kind of like it when they do that, because I like him having that sort of classic look to him. This is going to be tricky getting this in this hand. We use our technique where we use a pen and we kind of open it, the grip enough to get a weapon in there, and eventually we're able to open it. Let me see if I can grab a pen I have right off camera here, and I'll show you that little trick we do. And that trick is mostly just kind of pushing it in here like this, and you see as the pen gets wider, as you push it in more, you'll be able to open it up enough to get a weapon in there. And what we want to do is just kind of let that settle for a second and then pull it out quick and try to get that weapon in there before the grip closes on it again. And that could get tricky, but eventually, let's see if we win. I think we won. We got it in there. So now he has two guns. He's totally kitted out, Triceraton, and we could put the communicator back on there so he could communicate with Krang or with whomever as well while he's out there in the field packing turtles. So I think this is a very cool figure. I gotta say, I'm glad I bought it. The only other accessory we didn't check out was this gas mask, and I'll pull that out here just to see what that can do. And yeah, I think this is another tricky one. Now this has a clip on it, so I'm going to assume what they want you to do is clip this on the belt, like here somewhere or something like that, and then put the gas mask on the Triceraton. So you probably have to finagle it over all his trunks in order to get it on there, and then up and over his head. It's not going to be easy, but you could secure that on there. There's probably a better way of doing this around his neck or something, but for now, oh, look at that, they made it easy. There's a little one of those little connectors, so you can, after all, do this a lot easier than trying to pull it over his head. So there you go. You could put that on there, and he could have his little gas mask on as well. So a lot you could do with this guy. Really kit him out. I think that's fun. Something a little bit different than we see on the other characters. So you could really dress him up if you wanted to, or you could keep him more in a classic mode by taking these kinds of accessories off and just having just the guns, basically, would be more of a classic Triceraton. And that's cool that they gave you that option. I mean, the guy's kind of a bruiser. He's kind of a heavy, so they definitely captured that with the figure in this look. So I'm happy with it. I love how they added some extra little details like on the horn here. His armor looks great. His belt looks great. Everything looks great about this guy. So he should be fun to add to your collection. So go grab this guy right now. I think he's about $55 on retail. You can get him at a lot of places, even Target, oddly enough. You could order him off the Target website. So if you have that Target card, you get an additional 5% off. So something to think about. So that is all for your look at Triceraton, the latest in that wave from Super 7 on the TMNT Ultimates. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed this look at the latest Super 7 TMNT Ultimates, the Triceraton. Also in this wave, we think of note was the robotic, is it Bebop? I think it's Bebop. Last time we got Rocksteady. So he's also out. We won't be picking that one up, but we will be getting Rat King later on when that is released. So we'll be checking that one out as well. So yeah, this guy is pretty cool. Really nice enhancement on the original design with all these modern features to him. Here, go good with your turtles, attacking that giant turtle van. We did a review on that. Go back and check that out, the Super 7 party wagon. So yeah, that is all for now. Of course, we'll have more Super 7. Of course, we're gonna have more Super 7 stuff at some point. So tune back for that. Tune back for more Turtles news. Tune back for more of our gift guide on Fridays. More giveaways. We'll do another giveaway in addition to the one we just did last week. So tune back for another one of those as well. So like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you guys next time.